Hey, I'm Mitch, and welcome to my shop. Today's video, we're going to be making a child's rocking horse. The plan is from Woodcraft. It is plan number 26 at a value of $19.99. It is this one right here that we'll be building. So we will see, I guess it'll be a review as well to see how easy the plans are to follow. So please stick around. Thank you. Okay, so looking at plan number 26 from Woodcraft, the kid-pleasing rocking pony. The lumber selection for this project is maple, cherry, and walnut. I am going to bypass that lumber selection and go to more budget-friendly construction lumber. I think I have about $81 into a, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2x10s by 10 is what I'm going to use for this project because my grandson is in between 6 and 7 months old. He's 25 pounds and I think he has 9 teeth. He's eating chicken fried steak. So I don't think he's going to rock on it very long. We'll see. I don't know. I have no idea. But the plan is construction grade lumber, budget friendly, and we'll see how it turns out and see how easy these plans are to follow. So the first thing we're going to do is just start cutting the lumber to size per the cut list provided in these plans. So stay tuned and we'll get to it. So according to this plan, the body itself is made up of 3 pieces, 1 center and then 2 outer. It's at 3/4 thickness at each layer. So that it will give you 2 1/4 inches. So I'm going to use 2 layers of the construction material, and that will give me a 3-inch unmilled thickness, but I will mill it down to the almost a 2 1/4 that's required. I might leave it a little bit thicker, as I explained earlier in the video that my grandson's going to be a giant, so I figured the extra thickness wouldn't hurt anybody. So that's my plan. It's just going to be 2 layers of the construction grade material, which will give us about 3 inches. I'll probably do it to about 2.5. So yeah, so another cost savings there. Okay, so I got my body pieces cut out, rough dimensions, obviously. Now I'm going to cut the front legs and the rear legs. The front legs, obviously, you get 2 of them. They're going to be 16 7/8 inches long, so I'll rough cut them to about 17.5. And they're 5 inches in width, which I will take out of the good portion of this piece of wood. So, and then the 2 rears will be 6 inches wide, and again, and that would be 16.5 inches long. So let's get to cutting. Okay, so that was the rear legs. This is the front legs. Obviously, you want to label as you go so you don't get mixed up. So that's what I'm doing now. So let's see what's up next. So that was front legs, rear legs. I think I'm going to cut these down to width right now, and I have to glue up the panels for the main body. So let's get to doing that. All right, quick checking on a project. We have the body panels going up over here. We have the front and rear legs rough cut sitting over here. And now we are about to cut out the rockers for the support of the horse. So the plans call for 37 inches long, 1.5 inches thick. Being construction grade lumber, this is 1.5 inches. Probably end up being about 1 inch, a little over 1.25 inches when it's all said and done from actually running through the planer. These plans will be modified as we go along to fit what I have within my budget. So, but so far the plans themselves are pretty straightforward, and I haven't had any issues yet. So, with that being said, let's get to cutting. Okay, so some of the video stuff's out of sequence and I have gaps in what I'm doing. So let me explain what I'm doing here. So I am using some recycled stair treads, and I'm cutting the slats that will go for the platform of the horse, so the little guy can rest his feet on there and help him get on the horse and get off the horse. So that's what I'm doing here, just ripping down to width the slats for the platform. So slats are done, and we will proceed to the next item, which will be, I don't know, let me look. Alright, so next I will cut out for the tail. The tail, they are requiring a width of 5.5 inches by 7 3/4, and they suggest that you cut that oversized, so I am making it 7 by 10. I've already got my reference marks I made off camera, and I will go ahead and shrink. Right, yep, okay. And I will improperly cut these on the table saw. Stand by. Tail piece cut. Marked it off the list. Tail done, done. Slats done. Rockers done. Rear legs, front legs, body. All right. Okay, another day with the rocking horse build. So right now I'm going to start laying out the taper on the front and rear legs. They all have the identical tapers. Just follow what the plan has, and they give you some layout lines. So I'm gonna go 1/2 inch up, 5 inches over, and connect that line, and we'll cut that bevel on the bandsaw. So let's get that marked out and get to cutting. So it's 1/2 inch up from the bottom, 5 inches over, draw your line, connect them, and this is what we'll be getting rid of as far as waste. Okay, so tapes are cut, and I have cut the templates for the legs out from the plans, and I am using double-sided tape to stick templates onto legs and go back to the bandsaw and cut away. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so I found the first screw up in a plan maybe. When I was going by the cut list, it says for the center body to be a length of 21 7/8. So I made it 22 1/4. When you cut the template out, it says 13 by 24. So it needs a length of 24 inches. I don't know if this is going to be a problem or not. We will see as we get further in the build. Hope not. So discrepancy in dimensions for the center part of the horse body. Okay, so the template has marks for you to drill holes, and what this is going to allow me to do is align all three panels together when I laminate them. Also going to help me when it comes time to place the legs. Okay, so the plans for the rocker, the cutout templates for the rockers, it only gives you half of one side, so you have to mirror to the other side, which is fine, I guess. I would expect something a little bit nicer, but or I'd expect a full rocker template, especially since you have holes that you have to drill. But regardless, we will make do. We will make it work. I'm going to trace it out, cut that out, and then use that to do the other rocker. Okay, so I got the rocker, the first rocker traced out. I'm gonna cut it on the bandsaw. A little tip. It's not that I'm gonna fault the plan. Before I even read the instructions, I did this cut list, and then I even cut wider and bigger than what the cut list said, and I'm still falling short on my dimensions on what they have in written instructions. So the dimensions that they have in the written instructions for overall does not meet what they have in this cut list. So I'm a little aggravated with that aspect. But then again, I guess I should have read through the directions first before I started cutting. This is the second time so far in this plan that this has happened. So we'll make do. We'll make it work. I fell short on the radii of this rocker. So whatever I come up with, I'll just translate it to the mirroring rocker or the left side, right side rocker, whatever, the opposite rocker. So, all right, let's get to cutting on the bandsaw. Okay, so where we're at now, I have the base built, the rockers. I have all that dry fitted away in the corner. Now they just need sanding and finishing. So now I am going back to the body. So the body has 2 outer pieces and 1 centerpiece. And 2 templates for those pieces. So I'm using the template provided, cut it out, found my center line. The center line is going to be common for all 3 pieces. Used a punch, marked holes on the locations of these legs. And now I'm going to make reference lines so I can get the correct angles of the front and rear legs as they relate to the body. Hope that makes sense, but that's where I'm at now. So legs are already, holes are already punched. Now I'm just making the reference lines. And I'm doing that just by connecting said holes, connected dots, you know. And then I'll make the angles off of that on how the legs have to leave the body. Okay, so I got all the reference holes made for all 3 blanks. Now I'm about to do the glue up. So what I did is the centerpiece, I traced out the outline so I don't put glue where it's not necessary. And then I'm using this 1/4" spade bit to line up my holes. So let's get the gluing up. Hope it goes good. Okay, while the body is gluing up, I still have some miscellaneous stuff I have to cut out. The saddle, stirrups, a couple other little things. So I cut the templates out, traced them to this piece of common pine, and now we're going to cut it on the bandsaw and look and see what's next. Okay, so now that the main block for the body got out of the clamps, all glued together and laminated. Cut out the template for the body, and I'm going to use the centerline marks I had before as reference to align with the centerline mark on the template itself. Get it glued up, bring it to the bandsaw, and cut it out. Hi. I've had a lot of life changes that you won't even realize in this video due to the power of editing. But I've been away from this project for about 3 months now, and now I am back to work on it once a month because I had to move back to Louisiana temporarily. Things that weren't captured in the video were making the little, cutting out the tail, cutting out this mane, the little stirrup pieces, and then the saddle seat. Due to the size of my grandson, who is a man-child, I use thick construction, like it's 2x12 construction, and so the saddle's a little big. So what I'm doing is I'm contouring, which I think you probably should do anyways. I'm contouring and making little relief cuts in the saddle so it's more of a comfortable seat for him. So that's what I'm doing now. Then we'll get everything to finish sanding, ready for staining and sealing with General Finishes Armor Seal because that's my favorite. So anyways, stay tuned for that, and hopefully we can get this project wrapped up soon. My grandson is now 1. So I was trying to have it done for his birthday, but I missed that. So anyways, let's get started. Oh. Due to time constraints, armor seal was not an option, so I'm using some rattle can lacquer, and then I go over it with triple aught steel wool and follow up with paste wax. It seemed to turn out really good. I was satisfied. Alright, we're done with the Woodcraft rocking horse project for the grandson. Finished it with lacquer, put a coat of wax on it. I think it turned out pretty good. Thought it could have been better, but given the circumstances, I think it turned out really good. Plan called for maple and walnut, and I used dimensional lumber and pine, really, you know. We'll see if that was a wrong choice or not. I did knock his ears off, so I named him Clippy, and I still think he's going to really like the horse. For anybody out there, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, looking to build something for their children or grandchild, I would definitely recommend the Woodcraft plan. It was easy to follow, step-by-step templates, all that stuff. Yeah, I'd recommend it. So they're on their way over now, and I'm hoping to get a good reaction from the little guy. So stand by for that. And I'll be selling these 2x4 coasters on my Etsy site. Link is in the description. Can't beat it. Alright, so we'll see if the grand boy likes it. See you upstairs. You alright?